The Antichrist came and went, but no one noticed because he wasn't worse than the current state of the world already is. The rapture followed, but no one went to heaven. So we didn't notice that either. We've been living in hell for the last 5 years, and no one has noticed yet. Oh, I didn't realize this was a writing prompt. He stared at her with what was probably a normal amount of eyes. Probably. Hey, I have a favor to ask from astronomers. Can you all put little krakens on the edges of maps of the observable universe to denote that we don't know what's past that? Stops time. Jerks off everyone, I'm fighting. Time resumes. They all come at once, and while they're coming I slit their throats. Couldn't you just slit their throats while time was frozen? I had no time. A guy at work asked me if I was a Cowboys fan, and I assumed he meant like actual cowboys, which yeah, huge fan of westerns. So I said yes, and he was like, probably won't claim to be after this year, huh? And I said, what happened? Was there a cowboy controversy I missed? And he starts talking about football, and anyway, that's how I found out we were talking about different kinds of cowboys. I was so caught up in a world where I found someone to talk to about cowboys that I forgot sports existed. Why do all fictional capitalists look like that? Walt Disney. Walt Disney. The epilogue for the last Harry Potter book should have just been 30-year-old Harry forwarding dozens of cat videos a day to McGonagall with the caption, "Is this you?" on all of them. Throwback to that time in my existentialism class where the professor asked who thinks hell is other people, and half the class slowly and meekly put their hand up. Then the prof was like, I mean, who originally said it? There are some posts that sound utterly made up for the joke or for the notes, but this one I wholeheartedly believe. Once someone walked into my History of Witchcraft in Medieval Europe seminar and asked if he was in the right place for some club meeting. When he asked what we were meeting for, about half of the people in the room just said witchcraft in unison. The guy was visibly bothered and immediately left. Team, I can hear the near silent hum of electrical appliances and the bubbles fizzing in the can of soda on the coffee table, but can't watch TV without subtitles and processes conversation at 1/4 speed. I think if I were a jellyfish I would not mind fish nibbling on me. I would just be happy to be included. Jellyfish don't have brains. So what you're saying is, if I were a jellyfish I would not mind. 2019. Freaking hate this daylight savings time crap. Daylight saving time was introduced as a temporary measure during World War I, as a way of conserving energy and providing more usable hours of daylight. Germany was the first to start using it. In 1916 the daylight saving measure was repealed in many countries after the war ended, but re-adopted during World War II, 2 weeks to flatten the Kaiser, 100 years later. My dumbass monkey brain, every time I see the name Geoff. Mad Max, codename Kids Next Door. One time my phone went off during the ACT, but the good news is I had set my ringtone as a recording of me sniffing and clearing my throat. Nobody suspected a thing. This is proof that standardized tests don't measure intelligence, because that was smart AF and I got a 12. This was absolutely wild from start to finish. I just think Gladys should be allowed to wear crap like this. What did you call me? Like the philosopher. Wow, look, volcanoes. Isn't this neat? What do you think we should name this place? Guy making it really obvious he doesn't want to be here. United States. Boring lava field, Oregon. Oh, to cook with my wife and stand directly in front of cabinets and drawers she needs to open. Glory hole. I think you mean wussy, woolpussy. Trending now, murder among the Mormons. A Mormongus. I should buy a cowboy hat. Why? Because it's rad. This is a new next-gen USPS delivery vehicle coming to your neighborhood by 2023. This thing is ugly as crap and I love it. This looks like a character from Cars that gets really bullied by everyone all the time. What is with moms and being so obsessed with their daughter's hair? Like Beach, you have your own, stop hoarding LMAO. Tangled. Truly the healing powers of sitting in front of an open window at the beginning of spring. What are you talking about? It's always been called gas licking. Are you okay? Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only. Delete your blog. Why are you still on Tumblr? What keeps you here? What keeps you from deleting your account and never being seen again? The ego boost I get from making jokes that people laugh at. Well, who's going to tell him? Guess I'll break my leg just for the hell of it, hahaha. A Canadian with hella healthcare probably. Mom puts best selfie of me on the fridge. Andrew to me, emotional. Download. I have an emotional attachment to this email. She is terrified of watermarks. I would be too if I saw them in my green pile. Call out post for the sun. Too big and old. He always wake me. Spends a whole minute deciding whether to write you or you. Guys, is the ad supposed to look like this? Wow, I need a drink. Pours apple juice into shot glass. Sea spider. Should I try to kill it or should I just kill myself? When you finish the Capri Sun pouch in one suck. Just one suck. I'm shorty in the back taking notes. 5 PM. What have you gotten done so far today? Nothing again, huh? That's okay. You're still good enough for me, but my patience is wearing thin. Hey, could I borrow? DK guarding his stash. What do you call a fence with a beard? Barbed wire. Evil clown dinner. Check price. Do you want evil clown dinner? Babe, what's wrong? You've barely touched your evil clown dinner. Parents when their kid is a teen. You better not be thinking about Shreks. You're way too young. Parents when their kid is an adult. We're grandchildren. Is that all you're gonna play? Yes, my genitals. What has only one horn and gives milk? A milk truck. I saw air go into vents. That's how vents work. When she in the bathroom liking memes about free meals, I'm she. Slop. Me, ALMAO, alien, not in the mood right now, man. Lives in my head rent free is such a strange expression. Does anything in your head actually pay rent? The little mouse who lives in my frontal lobe is my only source of income. Grinds to a halt mid-thought as the crow picking words to say from a bowl notices something shiny in the corner of my headroom. Forgets a word because the little mice in my head have all got to talking amongst themselves. Disney World needs to make a roller coaster based off of the ride Isma and Krank take to the lair. When the ride starts, Isma's voice yells pull the lever Krank, and the ride starts to move backwards. So she yells wrong lever and it shoots forward. Why is this not happening? One time we got a new kid in 5th grade and he walks right in and sticks his hand under the stapler and staples his hand and just looks at the teacher and goes, "I'm going to the nurse," and leaves. Do you think if skeletons were real, boner would be a slur for them? Anon, I have wonderful news for you regarding the realness of skeletons. I sent my dog outside for standing on the dining room table. This was his response. Rebellion. I was helping carry in the groceries and usually my mom would say like, "What a good girl," but I had a talk with her about not liking that because I'm NBN tonight. She said to my dad, "What a great person we have here. Offspring. Fruit of my loins." And she just kept spouting silly gender neutral terms and it made me so happy. Thought, complex and meaningful thoughts about how much character means to me. What comes out? Him, son, my son. My biggest fear is taking a screenshot of a convo and accidentally sending it to the same person. All you have to do is say, "What did you mean when you said this?" in reference to the screenshot you accidentally sent. That way it looks like you sent it on purpose. Reblog to save a life. We popping the biggest bottles when Caesar becomes emperor tomorrow. The Ides of March is coming up. What's everyone getting me? I wanna be in a band and I wanna ride around in a small van with my best friends and I wanna run around in grocery stores at 1 AM. Looking for junky snacks that won't spoil on the road and play my heart out at shows and get sweaty and gross and exhausted in a good way. Because I've been screaming lyrics all night long and the audience has been screaming with me like, can you imagine? Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The blood of Jesus cleanseth us from all sin. Big Jim's Booby Bungalow, Exit 6 Tennessee. Truck parking. Food daily specials. This billboard is what an American road trip looks like. He looks like someone just made fun of him behind his back, but he heard the whole thing. It's just occurred to me that I've seen a lot of women wearing hijabs, but never a hijab for sale in a store. Do they also the hijabs themselves? Or are there secret hijab stores I don't know about? She found out about the secret hijab stores. Deploy the memory erasing team. Me, hitting the zombie who took my god tier armor. Thorns 3. Tony Hawk admits he doesn't actually exist and that he is actually just Stone Bill Gates off duty. Oops, sorry Animal Kingdom. Looks like I just learned how to throw a freaking rock. Guess your entire evolutionary arms race is just fricked. This is my planet now. NASA warns alien life may not be frickable. Sad horny noises. The world if people treated each other like they do by NL. So one day, she holds our baby, looks intensely in his eyes and goes, "I'll outlive you too, you little crap." I think I'm a repressed pyromaniac. As a pyromaniac, I'm wondering what that means. 90% sure it just means pyromaniac who doesn't set stuff on fire too often. That just means being a pyromaniac. There is nothing repressed about that. Most pyromaniacs are like that. You don't set things on fire. You're a person one with morals. Being a pyromaniac depends on how you feel about fire itself. It feels like you're drawn to it, like it calms you down, like you've not felt alive unless you see fire burning away, when the simple look of a candle flame gives you the urge to see it grow into a flaming inferno. That's what being a pyromaniac is. I'm aware. No, that's not repressed, that's having morals basically. We are fire enthusiasts, not terrorists, okay?
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 144 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and if you can go the extra mile, feel free to click that join button right next to the subscribe button and get a channel membership. I would really appreciate it. You are just going the extra mile to support me. Now, some of you commented incorrect answers to yesterday's question of the day. The correct answer was Tumblr Central. So, for those of you that commented Tumblr Central, I appreciate it. I love you all. Here, kisses for you. But for everyone else, I will give you a time to go revise your answer, and when you do, these will be for you. Kiss for you when you go revise your answer, not before. Now, for today's question of the day, what would be the what would you want the descriptor, I don't even know what the name, like what the correct word is for it, but like what adjective would you want after your name, right? There's like Alexander the Great, like things like that. Vlad, oh, I guess it doesn't have to be an adjective. Vlad the Impaler, oh, I guess is a bit, no, I don't know. not good with grammar. But what like phrase would you want after your name to signify what you are best known for? I think that's a good question. So you can either do it to me or you can explain yourself what you would want the descriptor of your name to be. Drop that in the comments. Keep an eye out for the Q&A that should be up next week. I promise you it's completely done filming, so all I need to do is edit it, and I have exams this week, so it should be next week that it's really up and I'll be able to put the pedal to the metal and get it done. So I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you guys all tomorrow, episode 145. Peace out, guys.